Are you wondering how to measure the ROI of a marketing strategy? Well, I'm Ronald Osborne from Ronald Osborne Business Coaching, and I'm going to explain in detail with examples right now on how you can evaluate exactly that. Now, some people don't seem to understand why measuring the ROI of a marketing strategy is important. Maybe they think maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I am here to absolutely stress the fact that you should be working out your ROI. And the reason for that is because maybe this type of marketing that you're utilizing is not right for you. So if you can compare all of these different methods that you have to win over your leads, to win over your clients, you have that data, you as a business owner get to make better, more informed decisions. So this is my ROI spreadsheet example, guys. It's completely free. There's a link to it down below. All of the formulas, everything's in there, okay? So everything you're going to need to determine if a marketing strategy is working with the ROI, it's all there. Now, this spreadsheet has a lot of different things. So I'm going to walk you through it one by one, but I just want you to take note. Everywhere that it's yellow like this is where you need to input the data. Now, in this situation, we're going to utilize something like search engine optimization as a marketing strategy that we're comparing to see if the SEO has been a solid return on investment for us. So what you need to input in here into the spreadsheet is simply the fact of it's $1,500 a month for how long it is. Maybe it's 12 months that you're running the campaign for, and automatically the spreadsheet is going to output the total cost of it. That's what you need to know. Now, the one thing that I would touch on all of these points, guys, is make sure that you know all of these numbers beforehand, okay? So what you want to do is you want to sit down once I've gone through this and work them out before you invest in any marketing strategy. The reason for that is you should take note of your, let's say your revenue. Let's say you're at $500,000 right now for the year. Well, how do you know if the SEO's really worked? What's the actual difference in revenue? If you didn't take note what it was when you started, how do you work this basic stuff out? So it's very important that you only input accurate data into this sheet. Now, the next thing that you're going to be looking at is the conversions that you've been able to generate with your marketing campaign. So the one thing that we want to look at is the conversion rate. Now, main thing really is the conversions, but we need to put in the traffic to your website. Again, you'll be able to remember this is an SEO campaign, a marketing campaign that we're looking at. You'll be able to determine, okay, 1,200 organic visitors to the site. You can look at that there was 50 conversions. You're able to get 50 people on board with you and work. Say you're a plumber, perhaps you're a dentist, whatever it may be. Here's your conversion rate. All right, so you know your conversion rate, but the main thing we really need is this beautiful number right here because that'll come important later. Now, for those of you that don't know about the lifetime value, okay, this is very, very important for your marketing efforts, okay? Very, very important. Let me explain what it is. The lifetime value of a client is essentially, let's say I've come into your dental clinic, I'm working with you, I've come in constantly, perhaps I needed to get a tooth removed, I got 3 fillings done, and then I come and visit you a year later. I get another tooth pulled, I get an implant done. You can all of a sudden see that it wasn't that one win of a couple of teeth pulled and a filling done initially. No. That lead that we won originally has won us this plus that dental implant. So you're actually adding all of it together. It's as simple as that. Someone that you won through, let's say, the marketing campaign of an SEO strategy, let's say that's been the approach. And then what you've done from there is you total up everything that lead has brought you, that customer has brought you. That's how you work out the lifetime value. But obviously there's more formulas than that, but that's essentially what it is. So what I've done here, guys, is a nice example for you. And as you can see, remember, all of the yellow stuff, you need to edit the data. Okay, now what I would suggest, you're going to need to beef this out. Just click on this row here, right click it, and then go insert. If you do that, all of these formulas here will stay the same. Don't add them down here and muck it up because it will muck up with the formula. So it's important when you're trying to evaluate the lifetime value, just make sure you insert, you keep inserting, and halas, you'll be fine. So we've got here the total spent. Like I said in that example, I spent $2,500 because I went to the dentist 3 times. This applies to chiros, plumbers, obviously plumbers, roofers, stuff like that, remodelers. It's a little bit harder because obviously we're not getting a kitchen remodeled every year or every 6 months, but we're certainly going to the dentist every year and every 6 months. So anyone that has more frequent visitors, most likely you've got a shop, they're coming into you. This is where the lifetime value is super, super important and you can get it very, very accurate. Roofers, plumbers, you can still get it accurate. But again, we'll do a re-roof like once every 15, 20 years. So you've got to remember that. It's like, okay, it's slightly different. Perhaps we'll do 1 or 2 roof repairs on that roof over the 20 years. So that's why it's slightly different for roofers and remodelers. But if you have a fixed location, chances are you want to make sure that you've got this recorded because they're coming into you more frequently. So it applies further. So we can see here, total spend, number of purchases, the average purchase. So this will be worked out automatically. So let me just actually get rid of that. And then the customer lifespan. So this is how many years they've been around with you. So like I said, over 3 years, I've gone in there, the scaling, the dental implant, all of that. Wish the dental implant was $2,500, but that's how it is. So, and you can see here the average, how much I'm spending, what they're spending, what they've spent, and you can see all of this. The one time is because they visited us one time. They've been to us twice. So this is all the stuff that you're seeing here. So the lifetime value, this information here, is the total revenue that we've been able to generate through all of our clients. The number of purchases that they've done, this is worked out automatically. The average, so the average one of the clients that have come into us through the SEO generation has been $1,200. Total clients, you will need to put this in. So you just count how many clients that you've put into the spreadsheet for. Purchase frequency, so how often the average of each purchase, and the average lifespan of each customer, 2.5. But here is our number, the lifetime value of an actual customer. So again, if you're trying to determine that ROI of the marketing strategy that you've implemented with SEO, so here's our lifetime value of our customer. As you can see right here, it's $5,281. Now, what that conveys to you is that every single customer that you win on average through SEO over the lifetime of your business, the lifetime that you work with them, they're going to be worth $5,000 to you. That's how you look at that. And that's why, especially if you're someone that has people coming in to visit you, this is an important number to know for sure. Again, with the roofing situation, with the remodeling, it's a little bit different because we're doing the old remodel. Plumbers, this is important. Anyone that you're really going to frequently, so quite often, let's say in a 2-year period, you know you're going to visit them a couple of times, which would be a plumber, which would be an electrician. Make sure you're documenting this. If it's a roofer, this stuff isn't as valuable, but it's still very important because like I said, you're typically going to work with that one person a couple of times over. So now we've come to the final piece of actually working out with an example, the marketing strategy and if the return on investment has been enough. So let me show you right here. Let's just say we've generated $150,000 because of our SEO campaign. We've got the SEO cost right here, which is pulled in. And then you've got the return on investment, which is 733%. Now you might be sitting there going, yeah, ripper, SEO, massive win. I don't like paying attention to that number. And let me give you the example why. Because the way I look at this is, let's say that we win one re-roof. Let's say we're doing an SEO campaign together and we win one re-roof. Okay, it's 20 grand that's just come in. Cool bananas. But the thing is, how much of that job is actually profit? How do we pay for marketing? From the profits of our endeavors. That's how we pay for marketing. We can't pay for marketing out of costs, out of money that we don't have. So I actually like looking at the profit. So that's why you can see down below profit generated after costs. Because look, most businesses, you want to be running around 30 to 40% profit margins if you can get there. If you're not there, I'll help you get there. But as an example, that's where you'd ideally like to be running at 30, 40%. 25% could be something that's, safe bet. Anything below that, guys, you've got to try and look at doing something differently. So you can see right here, okay, if we look at it just at profits, because that's what's paying for the marketing campaign, we can see that it's still almost a 200% return on investment. That's worth doing. If you're getting these types of numbers, that's worth doing. But the really, really valuable and insightful one is the actual return on investment over the lifetime. Because again, if your SEO campaign is for 12 months, you've won all these leads, but then those leads are actually bringing in a lot more value. So they bring in over the time 300 grand. Well, then all of a sudden that campaign was worth a lot more to you. And that's something that you also want to be looking at, because then you can really dive deep into the numbers. The final thing I'd suggest when you're trying to evaluate if your marketing strategy has been successful and earned you money is look at the cost per acquisition, because this is great for you to just very quickly summarize, okay, what's been best for us? How much have we actually had to pay? So like you can see here, we've got the total cost of the campaign and then the new number of new customers acquired. So again, this data is pulled from here, which is why we have to enter that data up there of our conversions. And then you can see here that CPA is actually $30. So every time we want someone to work with someone new, it's $30 for the SEO campaign. But how much is it for Google ads? What about Facebook ads? Instagram, TikTok? What's right for your business? That is why you want to put together something like this as well when you're trying to determine the ROI, because you might be sitting there going, yeah, Ripper, she's great, mate. I've made money. Okay, cool. I'm looking at the after profits. Ronnie, I've made 200%, bro. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. But the thing is it the best strategy? What happens if Google ads was a bit cheaper, as an example, like we didn't get as good as ROI, but maybe the CPA is better? So we know we can get leads faster with Google ads or even Facebook ads, let's just say. And if it's cheaper as well, maybe that's a better strategy for our business, because, hey, it's coming into the slow season. We want to do some remodels before winter hits. Well, let's go. Let's fill up the calendar. These are the types of things that you want to be thinking about. So that is why I've included this one down here. It's very, very simple, very, very easy to use. Now, if you want to improve your business, you want to get better results, you want to understand this stuff in detail, you want to be a better business owner because you can believe you can do more, I am an award-winning international business coach. Guys, I've helped dozens, hundreds of companies improve their performance. Book a free chat with me. You've got the session here, book a session here. On the spreadsheet, you can book a free chat with me over here. Click on that link, book a free 15-minute discovery call with me. We'll have a chat about the pain points in your business, because I'm an expert at addressing that. Don't believe me? Just chuck my name into Google. That's Ronald Osborne, Osborne. See if you like the stuff that comes up. And then, hey, I hope we can have a chat. But if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Put a comment down below. It helps boost the video, and I really appreciate that. And I hope to be working with you in the near future. Cheers.